Prepare yourselves. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to our Clair Obscur playthrough. We're gonna cross this bridge, and I'm assuming, yep, had a feeling we're gonna have a cutscene. That's why I kinda stopped in the previous episode.
Hey, you holding up? We're almost there.
Holding up. Everywhere we go, just death. Death and more death. Everywhere we go, just death. I don't want to see that anymore.
Look, my
I
Elliot.
thought you would understand. You said you spent your immortality burying the people around you. Doesn't any of this bother you? And you. Gustav's dead. How can you keep going like nothing happened?
We need to continue.
Why do you...
Mael. You know what we must do. When one falls, come on.
Oh, okay. Oh, hello. I'm assuming you're the Nevron in question. Oh, I thought we were gonna go in a fight, but okay, there goes the bridge. And we might actually go into a fight, but not on the bridge. Is just Mael here? Where are the others? Okay, there's Verso.
Merde. Are you hurt?
I'm fine.
Where's Gustav's arm?
Thanks.
Ready?
Alright, buddy. Duelist.
Let the ink flow.
Okay. I have some things to say about what happened in the cutscene, but looks like we're in a fight. You're resistant to fire. Great.
Feel the burn.
I mean, you're still gonna have the mark on you.
Verso.
Ah, okay. That was actually to jump. Crap.
Let the ink flow.
Okay, I'm just gonna attack normally. He has already 5 on him, so it's all good. Can I actually go for paradigm shift? This seems to be a longer fight.
Let's spill some ink.
Ready to evade. Let's keep going.
Okay, 1 out of 3, not great. Let's go thermal lance. Get those action points back. I'm already on B, hold up. Which means... I doubt I'm gonna break him.
Break.
That was actually rather close. Okay, you're marked. I'm now gonna free aim. I'm gonna go for pierce directly. I thought maybe that's gonna be a jumping one. Let's go for the transfer again.
My turn.
The thing is this should be over soon.
Nesso, dodge.
Didn't really need it.
Damn it. Okay, 3 out of 5. Not great.
From fire.
Okay. Another situation that we had with what was that boss we had in the first act. That his health was not dropping. But it looks like we're going phase 2. Of course we are.
Okay,
Damn, okay.
let the ink flow.
Parried almost nothing there. I will actually go for Healing Light.
Let the ink flow.
You're marked and
Feel the
I'm
burn.
gonna go with Demolition.
Let's dance.
Okay,
You're
you did 2
outmatched.
times this time. Gotcha.
Target marked.
Go for Mark and I'm gonna go directly for... Ah, shit, I was in Virtuous. Damn it, I thought I was not in Virtuous Stance. Crap. That was a waste of a Swift Stride.
Feel the burn.
Watch out.
Ready to go.
Okay, we dodged quite a few there. I'll actually go for Powerful.
Let's spill some ink. From
And now we can
fire.
go Swift Stride. Okay, a place inverted to Expedition.
Luna, careful.
Stormblood. Ow. Okay. Inverted a status effect that prevents the character from being healed. If the character is healed while being inverted, okay, they take damage instead. Oh, so that means if I get inverted through that Pictos, I do damage, 50% extra damage, but if I'm getting healed, I take damage. Okay, gotcha. So that means I can't heal Luna at all.
You're outmatched.
Please survive.
Okay, at least I did some damage on the jump. Wait, shouldn't it be? Okay, I guess it's not. This should be momentarily over. Phase 3. Okay, I guess this is a bit of a cutscene because we had Sayel in the mix. Woo! Oh. Base attack has 1 extra hit. Okay, that could be interesting. Overall, could have done a bit more better in pairing. And do we have Dualiso? That's for Verso.
Listen, everyone wasn't that strong, but you did well. You learn fast.
All this. This is what we're fighting for.
Okay, element shock for that weapon. Okay, no pictos. What's the stats on that one? Unless I already selected by mistake. I think I did. Okay, so if exhausted. Sweet. Did I get a new pictos or did I see that incorrectly? Ah, combo attack. Here it is. Speed and crit. Not a lot of stats actually. Decent. I guess it's just a base attack if you decide to go for it. And that was Lunes. What about Versos? Play again after a base attack. Interesting. Compared with the Lanceram, can be lower than C. Base attack gives 4 perfection. But the power is way, way lower. But if you think like this, yeah, I'm gonna be dropping to rank D. I'm gonna start the fight with that. But more 50% increase base attack damage. If you invest all the pictos, they give extra things on base attack. Like, yeah, 1 extra hit. Actually, this pairs well with this one, if you think like this. And then maybe you do 1 free aim or 2 if they have like a weak spot. And then just go for a base attack. And you have 2 attacks. And of course, like I said, there's other pictos here that give... They might stack with the base attack. Wasn't it there? I think I do have a pictos that says 50% increased damage of the base attack as well. So you could have 100% increased base attack, and then for perfection, that should put Verso around C, rank C middle. So I'm assuming 1 perfection is when the bar fills up. And you do like 2 attacks, tops 3. And you get from rank D to 3 to C. And if you do... Yeah, I mean, this is really good, sword, if you pair it up with other pictos. Because also at level 4, you play again after base attack. So you start with that, do a base attack, get action point. And isn't it... Yeah, I do have the pictos. We just got it with... Where was it? Clean enemy, but I think there is a pictos. Can't find it right now. That gives one extra action point when you do a base attack. Right? Or am I remembering incorrectly? Also, if I invest, I put the first strike, play first. Who's gonna play first then? In the order. And if I actually... Do I have the first attack here? Well, how is it called? First strike. Do I have the first strike around here somewhere? I do. Does that mean if I give this one to everybody? How does that stack? If I attack or I do I get a jumping attack. You know? Does that mean I get like two turns before they're gonna do anything? Again, more tests should be done. But I definitely remember that. Battlestar, jump, counter attack. Here it is. Plus 1 AP on base attack. It's this one. And then you have this one that you just got. Extra heat. Parry. Yeah, so you can get 2 action points. You start with 4. So you can be like around rank C with 6 action points. Something along like that. Right. I'm gonna use 1 chroma elixir because I have plenty of those. Now, regarding the cutscene, in a way, if you think of this, Mael has seen probably death. I mean, how many Gomages has been through? At least, let's say at least 5, for example, because she's like 16. And for example, maybe they did not bring her when she was young. And definitely thing like this, probably don't remember the first 5 Gomages, you know, until you're like 4 or 5. You don't know what's going on. So let's say, because we saw some kids, and I'm assuming those were like at least 10-year-old kids. And the Gomage is not exactly the kind of death that Mael sees here. So it's kind of understandable for her to act as she's acting. Plus, she lost Gustav not long ago.
Nice.
And with Verso, I mean, after a while, you kind of maybe have a thick skin to it. I think Verso is kind of the opposite. He's seen so much of it that it's like a regular Tuesday for him. I know that sounds bad, but that's how I see it. Right, we're here. Wait, where do I need to go? This drops me... Oh. Okay. Oh, did I not see that the first time? This seems to be the situation. It's kind of a parallel. For Mael, this is kind of like the first time she sees this kind of death. In the Gomage, you see the people just turn into flowers. So they are gone, but are they really gone? That's the question. And yeah, she just saw Gustav be really, really gone. Anyway, let's just carry on. And I'm assuming that's the Nev run that Versa was mentioning. That clear the other expeditions.
Good stuff.
Okay, there's the flag. I'm just gonna do another rest. Although, yeah, I did use a chroma elixir to heal up. This is to have the chroma elixir back. Okay, finally a bit more peaceful music. I see another flag here. Right? Or I think my mind is playing tricks. Why did Okay, I thought for a second I saw a flag here. Is this a bit of an illusion happening here? Like from a distance. Oh, okay. I know what I thought it was a flag. Is this formation in the rock. From a distance, like from the position, I thought it was a flag. Since I was like distant and it was a bit blurry, I thought it was like a moving flag. That's what. That was the case. Revive Tint also gives 3 action points. This is actually really good as well, because you can revive and then have action points ready to go. If you don't have action points. When your character goes down. Okay, right. I got myself turned around. I thought I was going this direction. I got me confused why we're going in circles. I was thinking, what did I miss?
Is this the place?
Yeah. We can bury your friend under this tree, if that's okay with you.
But what about... Are these people that were so buried? Because I see a sword. Okay, cutscene. I see SK is with us all the time. Yeah, okay.
Couldn't wait for me, could you? I wish we could.
Rest easy, Gustav.
I'll finish what you started. The paintress, Renoir, they will pay.
No more dome. Just open skies.
I'll save them, Gustav. Emma, your apprentices, everyone.
You can leave it to us.
You were always there for me.
I'll save them.
Say hi to Soph for me, yeah?
We could never tell if you were my brother or my father. But to me, you were both. Best brother and father I've ever had.
When one falls, we continue.
Thanks for being my family. See you in the next life.
Yeah, so I was right. These are all the other people that were so buried. There's his arm. Interesting choice to have overlap their final words to Gustav. It was a bit confusing at the start when I saw them talking, like switch between them. I was like, are they all talking over each other? What's going on? But interesting way to see what they had to say. Take care, Gustav. Looks like Erskine is waiting for us here. It's actually the end of this area by the looks of it. Oh, back at camp directly. All right.
For about 2 hours. Then there's a big lake. We shouldn't go there at all. We should make a right, and then it's gonna take a few hours, and then we make a stop. We get some rest and some food. And then from there, we head north to Monoko Station.
Why there?
To recruit my oldest friend. We'll need the extra firepower, because our next goal will be to take down the Paintress' heart.
Her heart?
Yes. You can't just stroll up to the Paintress. The chroma there is far too dense. It erases anyone who gets close. But if we destroy her heart, the barrier will fall.
Okay. So where is this heart? What does it look like?
What it looks like, that I don't know. But I do know that it's somewhere in the center of old Lumiere.
You found old Lumiere?
Yes.
So it's true. Before the fracture, our Lumiere was part of a larger city on the continent.
I've traveled with many expeditions. I was with the 58th when we found old Lumiere. But Renoir erased them before we could get further. And I don't know much more.
All right then. Let's go meet your friend at Monoko Station. And then, we'll take the Paintress's heart.
Interesting. Mael was quiet for this. Right, so since we are at camp, that means we're gonna have extra conversations. Do I want expedition resources? Oh, do I have the energy tint maxed out? Because I'm not seeing underneath here an upgrade. I think we do. Okay. Then is this one or two more upgrades? Definitely at least one. Okay. Don't want to invest more Lumina right now. I think I'm gonna hold on. I'm not up the difficulty just yet, and looks like we're fine with the encounters. And the only one you could say we had a bit of an issue was with that chromatic guy that was resistant to fire. 3 out of 9. Okay, we already chatted with him. We got a reward. Anybody hanging around here? No. One thing actually that I wanna see was... Okay, what pictos do I have here? I probably selected it. How is this one looking? Okay, same design, or is the same as how Gustav had it. But then Gustav had this one on the right. No, I don't have Gustav anymore, so I can't see. Unfortunately. God damn it. Still get reminded about Gustav. Okay. I guess back here. Is everyone... Yeah, everyone is around camp. You have anything to say? Let's start with Sail.
How far far up the mountain is Minoko Station? Will we see snow?
Not too high, but yeah. There's usually snow.
Fantastic.
Oh, right. There's no snow in Lumiere.
Really?
No, only in books and paintings. It's almost as mythical as Gestrels.
And just as fun. And sometimes just as deadly.
Oh. Really? My husband was obsessed with the idea of snow. I can't wait to see some.
That you will.
Sure? Verso approaches CL, who seems open to talking.
You seem less stressed than the others.
Is that your conclusion? After your extensive observation of our team?
Yes.
There must be better uses of your time than analysing our stress levels.
Well, it's important to understand your teammates.
Says the mysterious stranger who has yet to share much about himself.
Then consider this my attempt to be less mysterious.
Oh, is that what this is?
You know what? Sure. I'll trade you. A story for a story. Quite fair, I think.
I'll trade you. A story for a story. Quite fair, I think.
Well, there are stories, and then there are stories. You first, then.
Ooh, what would she like? Full of battle and danger. I'm leaning towards battle and danger because we saw her in the arena and she was having fun. If I have the same options, I'm assuming I can hang out with Luna, Mael more, and I don't know. Because I'm thinking if I have something similar with Luna, for example, the second option sounds more for Luna. Because she was the one, like, oh, the guest roles. Can we see more, you know? I'm gonna go with battle and danger.
Something epic then? Full of battle and danger?
No. Tell me something dark and melancholy and personal.
Oh.
Ooh, going straight for the heavy stuff, huh?
If we're going to share, let's share.
Story for a story, right?
We'll see.
Verso and Sael spend the next few minutes arguing whether Sael should also share. Sael continues to tease Verso, who remains evasive. Verso and Sael's relationship grows a little bit. Okay, up to level 1. But we don't get to hear the stories. They head back to the others. Such a tease. I was hoping for a story.
How far up?
Not too high.
Okay.
Oh, right.
No.
And just as...
Oh, my husband.
It looks like it's the same. Right, Luna?
Your oldest friend is a Gestrel.
Yes. We've been friends for as long as I can remember.
Gustav would have loved that.
Why? Because he liked Gestrels?
Because he liked the idea of friendships that could last decades. We don't get to enjoy such long friendships in Lumiere.
Yeah, let's spend time with Luna as well. Luna intercepts Verso as he walks by the fire.
Why are you allying yourself with us?
Not a lot of options out here. In case you hadn't noticed.
True.
What about the previous expeditioners? Did you help them too? Yet they still failed.
That's a terrible way to ask questions. Do you always interrogate people like this?
Given the circumstances, I think we can skip the pleasantries, no?
Alliances are usually give and take. As are conversations. Trust goes both ways, no?
All right then. As a gesture of good faith, I'll show you how to use Lumina.
No need. I got it.
Well, aren't you a quick study?
But I appreciate the gesture. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Trust works both ways.
All right. As a gesture of good faith.
All right. As a gesture of good faith. I'll answer 3 questions. Choose wisely.
Only 3.
For now.
Someone's a bit greedy.
3 questions with 3 follow-ups.
Negotiating, are we?
You're really pushing this.
I think it's reasonable.
All right. Go for it.
Luna spends some time bombarding Verso with questions. Verso remains evasive. Which pisses Luna off, but also triggers her insatiable sense of curiosity. Luna is reluctantly intrigued, as is Verso. Okay, so we did get the relationship level increase. See, that's why I meant that second option that we had with Sayel was more up Luna's alley, you know? Like, definitely she would have liked that. Something mysterious and grand and beautiful and whatnot. When the interrogation is over, they go back to the others.
You're
Sure.
old.
Yes.
Gustav,
Just,
because we don't get to...
just to double check if there's something new in the conversation, but I don't think.
How come Minoko lives so far from the other Gestrels?
Monoko's a searcher. They travel the land looking for Gestrels who went missing after the fracture.
The lost Gestrels.
Yeah. That and he, pissed off Golgra.
Oh,
How come
Monoko...
the lost...
Yeah.
okay. It looks like we don't have an option to spend time with Mael. All right.
That was sad.
Yes, it was, Eskia. Can I have a hug?
Yeah.
You were sad.
Yeah.
You were thinking of Julie.
Who is Julie?
And not just her, but... Yeah.
Want a hug?
Yes, please.
Yeah. I do.
Yes. You want to spend time with Eskia? Sure. Come on, how can you say no?
She reminds me of someone.
Who are you referring to? Sayel?
You mean Ciel?
No, Mael. Have I met her before?
Well, you also thought you knew Ciel.
Oh, but I do. Wait, don't I?
Eskia. Like, sometimes I feel like you know everyone.
Sometimes I feel like you know everyone.
Oh well. That's because you're all cousins. Same, but different.
Did it just... Is this an Easter egg to the... to the meme? What was it? James Franco meme? Same, but different?
Right, so, maybe it's that.
Or I don't know. It may not be that, but that's what I thought about it.
Yes. Ah, just like Verso is Verso's cousin. Mael is Mael's cousin. Yes, that's it.
I kind of not making a lot of sense there, bud. Unless... I mean, it kind of makes sense if you have 2 people with the same name, but their blood relations is cousins. So, yeah. But something tells me that's not what he means.
You're so very wise.
You know, that almost makes sense to me.
You know, that almost makes sense to me.
It's okay if you don't understand, Verso. You're still wise to me.
You're just a big ball of nonsense sometimes, aren't you?
That's why we're best friends.
Eski and Verso have fun talking to each other a bit more. Their bond grows. Should be 2? Yeah. They talk a bit more nonsense before going back to the others. Okay, so what's gonna be the reward with this relationship increase?
That was
Yeah.
you were thinking.
Okay,
Just
again,
Yeah.
just double check. Julie, wasn't it? Julie in one of the expeditions here. There's a Julien. Oh, there is a journal for Julie here with the name. I guess that's what I was thinking about. But for a moment I thought it was one of the commanders of the other expeditions. Recruit Monaco versus best friend as is stationed in the mountains. Cool. Let's write in the journal of Gustav's apprentices. Assuming it's gonna be, yeah, Mael finds a spot where she can write. She spends some time writing in Gustav's journal to honor his memory. She gathers her courage and writes about Gustav's sacrifice, how he laid the trail. She hopes Gustav's apprentices will read this journal someday. Mael heads back. And let's check up on the others. Mael quickly approaches Luna, wanting to apologize for her behavior on their way to bury Gustav.
Hey,
Hey,
I didn't mean.
it's fine.
I just.
I miss him too.
It's hard.
The pain we feel every time we lose someone. I've tried many ways of dealing with it. Running from it, sitting with it, compartmentalizing it. But what I needed was to use it. To use everything.
What do you mean?
I feel everything. And I let it burn inside me. When I'm tired, when I feel hopeless, when I want to just let it all go. I use the pain. I use the fear, the shame, the guilt, the anger. I use it all to keep going.
Lune,
I can almost feel them beside me. Everyone we've lost. Walking with me. Especially when I use chroma. I feel their presence, their closeness. And they help me.
you feel Gustav.
Yeah, I do.
I'd like to feel him with me too.
You have an affinity for chroma too. Try it.
How do you always know what to do?
I don't. Want to know a secret? I have no idea what I'm doing. And I don't think anyone else does either.
Really?
Don't tell anyone else I said that.
Mael and Luna spend more time together in a moment that was special for both of them. Oh, we can... Okay, I can check up more on the others? Sure. Let's exhaust that option.
What are you working on?
Contingency plans. If we fail, Expedition 32 will need every bit of information we have.
Right, but how are you going to get it to them?
I asked the Gestrals for help.
Smart.
What are the stars whispering to you?
Actually, I'm the one whispering to them.
Oh?
It's something my dad and I used to do. When I was scared, or anxious, or even when I was happy, he'd say, share it with the stars. When it's hard to talk about things, the stars will understand.
I like that.
I talked to the stars a lot after he was gone.
I remember the night we first met at the Crooked Tower.
Right. After the gommage.
I was surprised to find you there. I thought I was the only one who knew about that room.
I had to get away from the harbour. And those damn petals everywhere. So I climbed up.
It wasn't logical. But part of me really believed my parents and their expedition had succeeded. That they'd stopped her. Then the pain just woke. And I knew they weren't coming home.
You know, it meant a lot to me. The comfort we shared that day. But you avoided me after. Why?
It wasn't personal. I cut a lot of people out of my life.
Okay, not personal.
That day, I knew my parents had failed. They were counting on me to finish their work. I couldn't afford distractions.
Friends are not distractions.
I know that now.
Wow. We're in the middle of nowhere with 1 year left to live. What better time to build friendships?
I could use some wine, though.
Making friends is thirsty work.
That was a nice cutscene. I wonder if there was something a bit more between them two at some point. And okay, finally go to sleep. Right, but I will do that next time. I'll probably go to sleep and start recording after I press go to sleep and see if there's any cutscenes. As I'm assuming I'm gonna get put on the world map. as we did get out of the Forgotten Battlefield. We shall see. But for now, I'm gonna leave it here for this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed this pod, guys. But as always, don't forget to take care.